Oh, and welcome to a new video. And today was another pull day. So here I am, the first of my 5 singles with an extra, I think it was 33.75 kilograms weighted pull up. Again, my first single, not too bad. Although I did feel a little bit of a niggly looseness in my shoulder, so I'm not really sure what it is. But hopefully it's not something too bad, that I won't be able to continue my training on Friday. My next single, as you see here, again, pretty much very similar to the first one, although here I do feel that I hang at the bottom a little bit too long for me to really generate any pulling power. I just wanted to just test this idea out where I feel as though I am not using a lot of momentum. I feel I've been using a lot of momentum lately on my pull-ups. So I just wanted to hang for just a fraction of a second longer before I actually pull. So I know I am not using any sort of momentum. Again, here you see my third single. Again, this is pretty much very similar to the first two, and now I'm just feeling as though I'm getting into a little bit more of a rhythm. My pull height actually, pulling power actually still is pretty good. Although again here I'm feeling a little bit more of that niggly shoulder, well, not let's say impingement, but though I feel that if I had pulled it a slightly the wrong way, maybe I could have been in a position where the shoulder would have felt a bit worse. But I think it's not too bad. We'll see how things go on Friday, and maybe I might have to adjust it. Here, now you probably see here that my fourth one, although the start and the middle portion are very similar, you probably might see that towards the end I do struggle to get it up a little bit more, and my chin doesn't really go to the bar as on my first three ones. I think again this is where maybe there was a bit of a breakdown. I think maybe I've hit the sweet spot. I don't need to do so many singles as I think I do, because the quality, has not really dived. I think it's really come to a point where I'm really hitting my limit in terms of how much force can I generate with just one rep at a very low small RIRs, so to speak. Just wanted to make sure that just see where things go. I think maybe 3 sets of 1 might be a good proxy when I train singles. I actually think probably my fifth one, I think, is probably a little bit better, so I might actually have mentioned it a little bit earlier when I said the quality was starting to dive a little bit. I think actually, in honesty, I do see a little bit more more efficient movement in this fifth pull up than the fourth one. Not really sure what's up there. I think this really doesn't really mean anything. It probably just means that maybe I was feeling a little bit better on the fifth one than I was on the fourth one. But I think at least for now, I think probably when it comes to singles, maybe 4 or 5 sets is probably the sweet spot. Maybe even 3, at least as singles are concerned. Probably doubles. I could probably do definitely 1 or 2 sets. Definitely that's where things start to get a little heavy, and if I don't generate enough force without me feeling like I'm going to die at any moment, it's probably not going to end very well. We'll see what happens on Friday then. On to the second exercise, which is the plate loaded chest supported horizontal row. Here again, I get into a very decent rhythm in the first 3, 4, 5 reps. And towards the 6th, 7th, 8th, I start using a bit more momentum. Then the last 2 reps, I definitely use probably a little bit more momentum than is actually needed. When the last rep, actually, I can't get all the way behind my torso. So definitely, I'll probably go back to the lighter weights. I'll probably move it back down to the 70s and see how things go from there. And now the third exercise, which is really a variation of the second one, which is just a little more variation for the upper back. So here I load it up with, I think it is around 40 kilograms, and I go for 20 repetitions. Definitely feeling good, definitely feeling I've gotten more horizontal adduction with the lighter weights. Definitely feel like I don't have to use as much momentum here. It's not just because it's lighter. I think definitely I've been able to flare out my elbows and just focus on the squeeze at the top of the rep and just let the eccentric ride itself down slowly, just making sure that I have, completed the rep with as little momentum as possibly. The next exercise, the lat pull down. Here you first probably see me, just fiddling around, and it looks like the weight is actually weighing me down because I'm not heavy enough, but whatever. Here I go for 5 repetitions, definitely very heavy with 45 kilograms. It's not very easy here, but I just want to try and cause a bit more overload on the heavier side. So definitely feel like, maybe I am using a bit of momentum, but I do get my chin above the bar, the moving bar. So again, not too bad, but definitely my form could be better. Now onto the biceps portion of the workout. Here I am doing an easy bar strict curl with an extra 12.5 kilograms per side. I thought that since I've been able to do 11.25 kilograms per side, I should be able to go for 12.25 kilograms per side with no problem. Well, apparently not. As you can see, I only managed 3 repetitions. I didn't feel that my biceps were going to rip off at any point though, which is good. But definitely I'll lighten it up on Friday. Now on to the second and final biceps exercise, the cable preacher curl. I did it with 23.75 kilograms with 2 sets of 10. Definitely felt, a cause very heavy, and definitely felt that, I think honestly I probably could overload this at like a tiny little bit more, but I think I'll probably go back to a lighter weight on Friday, just because I want to make sure I get that pump and I'm not just using momentum in this exercise. I do a second set, which is not shown here, for a myorep set. Now onto the leg portion of the workout. Here I'm again just doing 3 sets total for legs. Here I'm doing 2 sets for the hamstrings. Here I do for about, I think it is around 72.5 kilograms on the machine for, I think it was around 12 to 13 repetitions, and I do a second set for myorep set. Definitely feeling, not as heavy as it used to be, so I think I probably can go like a tiny bit heavier, or probably at worst I'll probably just stay at the same weight and just try and get an extra rep on Friday. Now the final exercise of the workout, the leg extension, which I did here with 130 kilograms, the whole stack for one set of 10, definitely felt pretty good. Again, unfortunately, I would have gone a little bit deeper on the range of motion, but I've always found that some machines don't really allow you to go for depth depending on how they are built, and this one definitely did not allow me to go to enough depth. I think I got decent depth, but not the best. I'll probably, hopefully, if I can have the budget to actually buy a leg extension machine which allows me to actually go to proper depth, but I mean that's for another time. See you in the next one, guys.